Thank you. Evening, everyone. We are at Nitra Stadium here in Slovakia. It's the final game of the group for Lee Carsley's England Under-21 side as they face already qualified Germany with a draw or victory enough for Lee Carsley's side to progress to the last 8 of the competition. A laboured 3-1 win against Czechia and a dour goalless draw against Slovenia last time out is all England have been able to muster so far. And with Germany having the tournament's best striker at their disposal, they've been able to sweep aside opposition, scoring plenty of goals in the process. 3-0 against Slovenia, 4-2 against Czechia. Tonight, a much changed Germany side, and maybe a more open game might just be the level that England need to secure their passage as they look to take another step towards defending their title. England eliminated Germany in their final group game on their way to glory in 2023. But they're the ones playing catch-up here. Win the group and they come up against Italy. Finish second and it's Spain that lie in waiting at the weekend. The only way England go out here is if they lose. Slovenia win and there'd be a 6-goal swing. A 5-goal swing of sorts brings disciplinary records into play. I'll be handing over the Casio calculator to Darren Ambrose later on if that comes into effect. But as the teams line up here, ready to kick off, let's just take you through the team news very quickly. England making 4 changes from the side that drew 0-0 here on Sunday. Himshaw replaces Archie Gray at right back. Coming in at left back is Sam Illing Jr. for Tino Livramento. Alex Scott is in for Hackney in midfield. And Hutchinson comes back in as James McAtee makes way. So Harvey Elliott captains the side. And we get underway here. Germany, for their part, have made 11 changes coming into this game. And so, Darren Ambrose, might that be enough for England to go through? I guess they're a bit of an unknown prospect in a sense, Germany.
Yeah, that's absolutely the problem. They are an unknown prospect. I'm surprised they're making every change, all 11, and it's a real opportunity for these German players to stake a claim for the quarter-finals. So this is a dangerous match for England. I think they'd have preferred to play at least against a few of the players that played in the previous 2 games. Bit of tiredness from those teams. But as you said, this is unknown for England, and all these German players will want to impress.
Well, these 2 countries played out a 5-5 draw at the Under-19 Euro just yesterday. The Young Lions side were 5-1 down in that game, but one Jesse Derry, son of Sean, grabbed the equaliser in that one. And we take some of that entertainment again here. If it comes with an England win, of course, that would seal the group for them, and a game against Italy. Remember, draw or lose. And potentially it's Spain that wait them in the quarter-finals. So England could go through with a loss. We'll keep you abreast of the scoreline elsewhere in the game between Slovenia and Czechia. That one going on across the country in Dunajska Streda, which could well be a venue for England in the quarter-finals at the weekend. They'll either be playing on Saturday or Sunday if they go through, but they've got to get this job done. Ethan Nwaneri in possession at the moment for England in the right-back position. It's hammered forward up towards the halfway line by Cresswell. Is it important for England? They've kept Cresswell and Quansah as that back 2 together in the middle.
Yeah, I think so. I think the spine of the team has been kept together. You've got Harvey Elliott playing in there. Alex Scott has come back into the team. And Elliot Anderson, who's played every game as well, with Jonathan Rowe. So the spine of this team with James Beadle in goal has majority of the time been kept together, and I think it is important, particularly for the centre-half pairing, to play as many games as you can, and hopefully as you progress more you're a lot more comfortable with each other.
Well, it was 28 degrees when England played here the other day in one of the earlier kick-offs, but a later start this time will made it a little bit cooler here for England, and a much more healthy crowd as well, which is going to provide an atmosphere that was lacking in that game against Slovenia. England in possession here with Illing Jr., who's playing at left back tonight. And the former Chelsea man lifts it across the field, but Germany win it back temporarily. Nwaneri trying to get his foot on the ball. Germany now coming forward with Lucas Ulrich down the left-hand side into the box. An early chance and a very early goal. Really well taken by Ansgar Knauf, and England may be in trouble already. They've conceded here within 3 minutes of this game starting. England 0, Germany 1.
It's a fantastic goal, has to be said. Everything about this goal was special, apart from you'd have to say the defending. I feel for Illing Jr., it's not his natural position. He was nowhere to be seen as the ball was drifted over the top. As we're just seeing the replay, Ulrich with a fantastic cross. It's a brilliant touch, and the finish is special as well. You have to say, Ulrich with a lovely floated effort. Illing Jr. caught out of position over the head of Quansah. He took it with one touch with his right foot and he hit it on the half volley. Lovely goal.
Never far away from the headlines, Ansgar Knauf against England under-21s. He was sent off against them in a friendly when they met 2.5 years ago, and he's now on the score sheet here and giving Lee Carsley an early headache. England back in possession here with Anderson down the right-hand side into Hinshelwood, who's playing at right back this evening. Much blame attributed there to Quansah as it dropped over his head. Is his positioning in question there? You mentioned about Illing Jr. not covering him behind.
Yeah, I think he would have expected his left back to be there to cover round, but they were just on the attack. Illing Jr. had the ball upfield, but you can't take nothing away from firstly the pass, the touch and the finish. It was an outstanding goal all round, barring the defending. Murray
Hutchinson winning a throw on the left-hand side. Some breaking news in the English football world in the last few minutes. The sacking of Chris Wilder at Sheffield United, and Ruben Sayers has taken over there at Bramall Lane. So he's got a big job on next year. And Sheffield United look to try and get themselves back into the Premier League. Chris Wilder sacking amidst a takeover there at Bramall Lane at the moment. You can get all the latest on that and all the other big football stories at the moment on Talksport.com. So much football on TalkSport at the moment as well, and on TalkSport 2. Coverage of the Under-21 Euros with us at the moment, and matches from the Club World Cup as well over on our sister station. At the moment we've got Real Madrid against Al Hilal live for you on TalkSport 2. You can download the TalkSport app and swipe left and right to flick between the two games and stations. An early goal elsewhere as well, and a goal which is in favour to England, because it is now Slovenia 0, Czechia 1. Czechia leading there inside 6 minutes, so goals in both games here with a big significance. Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, worst possible start for both sides. England in particular, this is the one we're concentrating on. But as long as that result happens and stays like that over the other game, England go through no matter what, which is what we all want. But of course, we want to be beating this Germany side.
Mentioned it in the lead up to kick-off, but no recognised forward again for England tonight. Did you think tonight might be the night for Jay Stansfield?
Yeah, I did, and I'm hoping he maybe gets a little bit more than the 15-20 minutes cameos that he's had in the first and second game. I think when he comes on, he does show that he's willing to run in behind, and he's willing to make different runs to Jonathan Rowe, who's predominantly a wide player playing in that centre-forward slot. He's doing his very best, Jonathan Rowe. Just he makes things a little bit tighter than what they should be, in terms of he comes into midfield when he should be making runs in beyond.
Yeah, after a year with Roberto De Zerbi at Marseille at the Velodrome, I wonder what he was thinking when he turned up to the England camp and realised that he was going to be that guy playing through the middle after Liam Delap went to the Club World Cup with Chelsea. England in possession here with Cresswell, scorer on match day 1 against Czechia. Dropping into the back line here to add another body in there is Alex Scott. Cresswell inside his own half. The floodlights on here in Nitra. Just a little update on that game between Slovenia and Czechia. It's back to 0-0 there. The goal that Czechia thought they'd scored through Danek has now been disallowed for offside after a VAR review. Foul here on Hutchinson. Free kick given by tonight's referee, who is from the Netherlands, Sander van der Eyck. Hutchinson goes down. Looks like he's going to play on the left-hand side again, as he'd done earlier in the competition.
Yeah, I'd like to see him on the right-hand side, to be honest. And I think Ranieri on the left-hand side. I think Hutchinson likes to drift in, come into that favoured left foot. He's got a great strike on him, and I've seen him a lot throughout the season. He comes in and he can unleash one hell of a strike into the near or far top corner. So hopefully we get to see them swap. They can play, they're comfortable on either side.
Alex Scott still wearing that jaw mask that he's got strapped around his face at the moment. Short free kick from him into Elliott. Don't think it went quite as planned, as Elliott has to go back to Illing Jr. on the halfway line. Long sweeping pass out to the right-hand side. Cresswell picks it up by the corner flag just in front of us here. 8 minutes gone, England 0, Germany 1. Nwaneri drifting inside. Edge of the D, still Nwaneri. Curls it out to the left-hand side into Amari Hutchinson. The Ipswich winger plays it to the edge of the box to Elliott. Ball into the area. Nwaneri across, and right in front of goal was Jarell Quansah. Didn't expect an offside flag to go up there at one stage, but it was cleared away right in front of his own goal by Tim Oman, behind for an England corner.
Oh, it's lovely play, this. It's Amari Hutchinson, Nwaneri dribbling all the way across the box, finding Amari Hutchinson, who finds Harvey Elliott, plays a lovely ball. He's onside. Nwaneri times his run perfectly, plays a good ball into the box, but it's good defending. Just as I think it's Quansah's just about to tap it into an empty net, he saves his team.
Scott with the left wing corner, bent in beautifully, powerfully headed away by Jamil Siebert, the Fortuna Düsseldorf man at the back, making his first start in the competition tonight. He's only played a couple of minutes as a sub in their game last time out against Czechia. So many opportunities for the Germany reserve players tonight as they make all 11 changes. They are missing Max Rosenfelder, who is suspended after picking up a second yellow card in the second half added time in their game last time out. And they've left out Brian Gruder of Brighton and Hove Albion tonight, as well as Rocco Reitz, both of those sitting on a yellow card. Yellows wiped from the record after the quarter-final game so that no one would miss any potential final. And Rocco Reitz actually missing tonight, and his head coach Antonio Di Salvo called him stupid because of the fact he picked up that yellow card for a push which was needless. Cresswell, the long driven ball from right to left. They're playing the diagonals again, this time into Illing Jr. The Villa man back to halfway. Anderson. Cresswell inside the centre circle, looking up and looking forward, rolls it out to the right hand side into the Arsenal winger, Nwaneri. Cresswell. Big switch of play here again by Elliott.
You can see that's a plan. Big switch play to Illing Jr. Very comfortable on the attack. Of course, got caught out on the goal in possession. He was out of position, but that's what you can see they want to do. That's why Illing Jr. is playing. And I know they're 1-0 down, James, but it's already been a better performance than the Slovenia game. It's very drab, the Slovenia game. But the attacking intent already. Amari Hutchinson, Nwaneri, whenever they get the ball, Harvey Elliott, they're looking to penetrate the German defence.
There's only been one shot in the game so far. That was the Germany goal. After just 3 minutes, we've now played 11. England under-21s 0, Germany 1. England with 4 points to their name so far and would go through in second place as things stand. Remember, Slovenia have to win their game against Czechia and score plenty of goals in the process. Have already been games in the competition tonight. It finished 2 each between Denmark and Finland, and the Netherlands beat Ukraine 2-0. England coming forward here through Anderson, edge of the area. Trying to move it here is Hutchinson on the left, drives in, the shot is deflected into the arms of the goalkeeper, Tjark Ernst.
Just a little bit too many touches, Amari Hutchinson. I felt he had an opportunity first to put it on his left foot and hit it a goal. He allowed the defender to get back. Baum it was who got back, defended really well in there and got a block in. So with those other games concluding the group stages in Group C and D, now it means that the other matchups in the quarter-finals are Portugal against the Netherlands, France taking on Denmark. 2 games each on Saturday and Sunday this coming weekend. Germany will be there. England hoping they'll be there as well, but still have plenty of work to do. No James McAtee tonight either. The captain left on the bench. He's kind of one of those who's fallen victim really to almost too many number 10s in the side and no one to hit further forward. Yeah, you're exactly right. As you said, a lot of number 10s, and even if you're Nwaneri or Amari Hutchinson playing wide, they like to drift in as a number 10. Jonathan Rowe likes to drift into that number 10 slot. So yeah, he's been a victim of that. I just think it's for freshening up. I think he's done okay, James McAtee, in the games we've seen. He's just freshening it up, and no doubt we'll see him at some stage in the second half.
These teams actually met in the 2009 final in Malmö in Sweden. Mesut Ozil among the goal scorers. Sandro Wagner, iconic striker as well, got a couple. 4-0 victory for Germany, who were coached by Horst Hubresk back then. They have won this competition 3 times previously, including that 2009 success, the last of which in 2021. Germany went out at the group stage in Romania and Albania, and after being in each of the 3 previous finals. England trying to defend their crown 2 years ago. It's been given away here by Scott. It goes through to the goalkeeper Ernst. It's a hot and sweaty night here. Temperature is in the early to mid-20s. It's bowled out here by Ernst. Gives it to Siebert, who carries it forward towards the halfway line for Germany. Ulrich plays it inside. It's received well there by Thielmann, who plays it out to the right-hand side now to the goal scorer Knauf. He hooks it on, looking for Paul Vanner of Heidenheim, who's spent the year there on loan from Bayern. Scott, England trying to break out here and have numbers as well. Out to the left-hand side to Illing Jr. Fires it in low towards the near post. Not sure if that was what he was intending. Ehrmann clears it away.
It's just an example there, James, with no centre forwards. We've spoken about this so many times in the games we've watched. In the Czechia game and Slovenia game, the ball gets flashed across the box by Illing Jr. No one's really there making a run to the near post. They're all just static around the penalty spot. That's a sign that you're not a real out-and-out centre forward sniffing out chances in the box.
Ponce. Anderson on the halfway line here. Holds on to it and plays it out to the right-hand side to Elliott. Germany happy to start again. Of course, a big day today in the English footballing calendar with the Premier League fixtures for the new season announced. The first 2 games of which are going to be live with us here on Talksport. Here comes Knauf down the right-hand side for Germany. Chops inside. Can't quite find the room to get the shot away. And Illing Jr. is there to save the day for England and bring it away. Yeah,
this time good covering. Illing Jr. It was Elliot Anderson got caught out in midfield. Could have arguably been a free kick in the centre of the park. But they broke. Knauf ended up with a ball. But this time, Illing Jr. covering his teammate.
Interesting watching Lee Carsley in the warm-up here as well. He really is a Bibs and Cones kind of coach, isn't he? He was laying out everything, and even when the players had gone in after their warm-up, he was moving the match balls around precisely so that the players could pick them up when they came back out. He's really got an attention to detail that you don't see from too many coaches these days.
Absolutely. He's certainly hands-on. As you said, I don't remember ever seeing a manager of mine when I was playing setting his own cones out, setting his own warm-up up. But fair play, he wants to be real part of it. He wants to see what the warm-up's like, know what his players are going to go into the game like.
Going back, sorry, Darren.
I'm just saying that maybe he should have left it to his coach because they started and conceded in the first 2 minutes.
Just going back to those Premier League fixtures, we start on Friday the 15th of August, Liverpool against Bournemouth at Anfield. An early start at Villa Park on Saturday for Aston Villa against Darren's former side Newcastle United. Brighton, Fulham, Nottingham Forest taking on Brentford, Sunderland returning with a home game against West Ham, Spurs against Burnley, Thomas Frank with a relatively easy game to ease him into life in North London. Wolves against Manchester City is the 5:30 kick-off. And then another of Darren's former sides in action in the early game on Sunday as Chelsea take on Crystal Palace. And then a big game to kick things off in the 4:30 slot on the opening Sunday of the season. Manchester United against Arsenal. And then on the Monday, it is Leeds United against Everton. 8 o'clock kick-off at Ellen Road. That place is going to be electric, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly will. I'm so buzzing for the Premier League season to be back. We've got this to go through the Club World Cup as well to get through. But then the Premier League returns and it's going to be a good one. That Manchester United-Arsenal game is going to be a real good one as well.
Yeah, I heard Danny Murphy speaking on White and Jordan earlier on saying that he thinks Manchester United is the biggest story really going into the new season, and just seeing how much they can improve by and whether they can get back to a state of normality. England coming forward here with Rowe, driving through the centre of the field. He's got Hutchinson up with him. Amari Hutchinson fires it wide. But suddenly England in plenty of space there, the kind of space they've barely had in their opening 2 games.
Yeah, this is much better for me. Omari Hutchinson, fed by Jonathan Rowe. Again, they won it back in midfield. Elliot Anson this time. Good play, good attack. Jonathan Rowe finds Omari Hutchinson. This time he hits it early on his left foot. Just hits the side netting. Bit of a wayward shot, but well, it was a wayward shot. I'm seeing the angle now. I'm looking at it. Yeah, he sliced it, but it's a lot better trying to catch a goalie out with an early strike.
Lee Carsley had plenty to say about Germany in the build-up to this game. Said that the likes of the German Football Federation, the Spanish Football Federation, used to be the kind of places that countries like England would look to and try and replicate and try and copy in some way. But he thinks they should have a little bit more praise for what England have done as a football association in the last few years to produce so many talented players. And even though England are missing so many in this tournament, still have plenty of talented players out there able to, in his opinion at least, go far in this competition. He said they've scouted this Germany side for 4 months now and have gone through absolutely everything they have to offer. I guess it doesn't help if they're going to play their reserve side. Yeah,
that's the issue, isn't it? They've scouted them and they probably have a feel of what these players are like, but to make 11 changes in the third game, I know they're through, but it's kind of unheard of, but it just allowed the German team to make those 11 changes and give the opportunity to the other players that's not being involved and perhaps won't be involved for the foreseeable.
Yeah, 3 games in 6 days, though, for every team here. And having watched the Spain-Italy game last night, they both made 10 changes each, and that group still had top spots to fight for. So I guess you never quite know from their point of view who's going to get top out of England and Germany. So they could have played their first teams and got more tired because of it and not gained anything from it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think Lee Carsley would have loved that opportunity to make a few more changes to his side. He can't today.
England in possession, nice slip ball through by Waneri. Rowe, angle tight on the right hand side. He moves it out of his feet and hammers it into the side netting. But whether it's left, whether it's right, England getting joy in wide areas. But with 20 minutes gone, it remains England 0, Germany 1.
Yeah, it's good play. From Waneri winning it back twice. First off Yanda, then off Seabert, winning it back. Putting a lovely threaded pass through to Rowe. He could have hit that first time. He decided to take a touch, allowed, I think it was Ehrman, to get back, narrow the angle, and he just hit the side netting. Just watching the replay, I just think he could have gone first time, just hit it early.
And England coming again here. Elliott finding space on the edge of the area after Germany give it away. Anderson to the right, Waneri has got Hinshelwood going past him on the right. It is Jack Hinshelwood, rolls it underneath his foot, comes back to the right corner of the penalty area, gives it to Anderson, short pass from him back towards the halfway line, and Cresswell, who in the last couple of days has been linked with a move to Como, the Italian side on the rise at the moment, in a very nice part of the country. Got a free kick there. Germany and some of their fans thought it should have been a slight pull in midfield, but the referee doesn't react to the challenge and play goes on. But Canal passes it back now for Germany down the right hand side, being chased by Hutchinson up towards the edge of the area. Vanna to the edge of the box and curled towards goal by Kasper Yanda. And the Nuremberg midfielder there making this his third appearance for the Under-21 national team today, not far away from making it 2-0.
Yeah, it's good play again. Knauf winning it back off Omari Hutchinson, who first started off. He won it back off him, but done well, showed good composure as well. It found Yanda. He's not too far away, by the way. It's a good effort. He's gone for the top corner. It's a good yard wide and over. It's a good effort all round. Germany looked dangerous on the attack, even though it's been England for the last 10 minutes.
Beadle with the ball in his goal line, plays a long high ball away, but it's past Hinshelwood and out of play for a throw. So let's get a quick update from the Club World Cup. Watching Real Madrid against Al Hilal in Florida is Ian Abrahams.
18 gone in Miami, Real Madrid 0, Al Hilal 0. We've seen Vinny Jr. booked for simulation, and Marcus Leonardo from 6 yards out should have scored, put it wide for Al Hilal. Real Madrid 0, Al Hilal 1. They've just scored actually in on the near side, and it's going to stand. I think it won't be going to VAR because actually it won't stand because the flag's gone up on the far side. So scrap all that. It's still 0-0. Real Madrid 0, Al Hilal 0. Commentary on Talksport 2.
Ian, thank you very much. Nearly some massive drama there for Real Madrid to contend with. Here, England have played half of this first half and are starting to trouble Germany a little bit more, but at the same time there's always that threat there from Die Junieren, as they're known, on the counter-attack. We're in a striking pink and navy blue number tonight. Germany, England in their all-white home kit. Knauf, again, that outlet for Germany down the right-hand side. Quance is out there with him, holds it on the right-hand side. Knauf puts in a cross. It's past everyone in the middle. Now it's over on the left-hand side. Put back in again and whacked away by Cresswell. Elliott down to Hinshelwood. Elliott into midfield. It was a risky ball and it's been taken by Yander, edge of the area. Comes back now to Vanna. England had enough bodies in the way to deal with it. Elliott trying to move out with the ball, and eventually he wins a free kick after he was pulled down by Yander.
It's just we're seeing it again, aren't we? The same as what we see at Slovenia. It's a little bit sloppy from England. They look comfortable last 10-15 minutes. They've been the team on top. They're looking like they're going to get the equalising goal. But then a little bit of sloppiness creates unnecessary pressure on them. And I like the look of Knauf. I'm going to be honest, I think he's had a great opening 25 minutes on the right-hand side for Germany. He is really their key danger man, their outlet.
Yeah, he is one of the older players, 23 now. He was a Europa League winner back in 2021. He ended his season on a high as well, scoring 3 in his last 4 games for his club, Eintracht Frankfurt. And he was the only Germany player as well to play every match during their qualification campaign, where they scored plenty of goals. Only England managed to find the net more than them throughout their run here to Slovakia. And play paused because Germany have a man down at the moment. It's Jan Thielmann. Well, we thought, Darren Ambrose, this would be a much more open game. It has proved to be that way, but almost at England's cost as well.
Yeah, it has. I think in terms of England performance, I think this has arguably been their best performance so far. But they're a goal down, and that's the most important thing. We've seen Germany in the opening game. I think they had 62% possession against them, and then the next game they had the most possession. So they know how to play different styles of football. They're adapting to it. They are under a bit of pressure from England, but when they go forward and they find Knauf down the right-hand side, they really create opportunities. They need to be aware of that.
Germany being coached here by Antonio Di Salvo, who led them to the last Euro as well, but they finished 4th in the group. They cruised through qualifying, but out in Georgia they drew against Israel before losing to England and Czechia. They only scored 2 goals, but it's been a different story for them this time around. They are the competition's top scorers after 2 matches at least, with 7 goals scored. And the man they're all talking about, Nick Woltemade, 6'6" striker who's played with Stuttgart. He scored a hat-trick in his first game. He scored a goal last time out as well. He's on the bench tonight. But if you are going to stop Germany in this competition, you are going to have to stop him. England trying to win the ball back high up here through Anderson, who's done pretty well. Waneri couldn't trap it. Germany battle forward on the halfway line, but Cresswell showing his superior strength there against Nelson Viper, who is the lone striker tonight for Germany. Cresswell in possession for England. Anderson again, just short of the halfway line here, trying to force it forward in between the lines for Elliott. Lucky ricochet comes back to the Liverpool man, who looks to move it left now, and Elling Jr. joining in the attack on the left wing, up towards the edge of the penalty area. Short ball inside the box to Rowe. First touch not the best, but his pace manages to catch him up with the ball. Quance, Scott. England trying to move the ball around here with some pace. Anderson to the right-hand side, and Hinshelwood back to Anderson, 25 yards from goal, clips it into the box, trying to be a bit clever there with a little reverse, and it goes over everyone in behind for a goal kick to Germany, who still lead England by 1-0 with 27 minutes gone here in Nitra.
Apart from that last pass by Elliot Anderson, who has had a good tournament up to now, has created opportunities for his team, just picked the wrong option there, tried to put it over the top. No one made the run, went off for a goal kick. Other than that move there, I think they had 25 passes, moving the ball from left to right, right to left, moving the German players. That's what you need to do, patient build-up. But when the time's right...
Away here by Siebert, as Germany just look to get it out as far as possible. Well, it's been a fairly even game, hasn't it, really? If not ever so slightly slanted towards England, but crucially Germany did manage to catch England out fairly early on. But England coming forward here, all towards Hutchinson in the area. It's swept away by Ehrman. Trying to win it back there is Scott, but England now with 5 or 6 players ahead of the ball, and Germany breaking out with the captain Rowe. Ball left isn't great, but it's picked up on the touchline by Thielmann. Ball inside by the Köln attacker. Germany happy to just slow things down and do things at their own pace here. Thielmann 5 yards inside the England half. We have it now in a central position with Vanna, who tries to slip it in behind Illing Jr. Germany nearly in again. Beadle well out of his goal and made a challenge. Still maybe a chance here with Roll. Edge of the D. Plays it to Yander. Out to the right wing now, and a chance to potentially cross in here for Baum. Up against Hutchinson. There's a little cut back. It's still there for Germany. England can't clear. Vanna inside the D. Manages to find space. Illing Jr. just kicks at it and manages via a lucky deflection to get it away. Hutchinson into Rowe. And Rowe sprinting away down the left and then barges into his man. And in fact, the referee has pulled play back here to give England a free kick after an advantage didn't come.
Yeah, I think that's the right decision. Otherwise, it would have been a free kick to Germany, but he was held back, Jonathan Rowe. So it's the right decision from the referee. I just think that attack from Germany, there's a lot happened without nothing really happening. I think what they're trying to do is hit the danger man as much as possible. Knauf on the right-hand side. He's making some good runs. They're trying to feed him because they know he's a threat. But England dealt with that really well.
Ooh, and free kick given away here by Illing Jr. I think he's just caught one of the Germany players fairly high up on the foot there.
Yeah, it's completely accidental. He controlled the ball. It was one back from Baum, the German right back. I think that the legs just connected, tangled. We're just seeing it here. He's connected with his Achilles. It's a sore one, but there's no intent, no malicious intent in that whatsoever.
You never know, though, in some of these UEFA competitions what VAR is going to get involved with, but the free kick has already been taken, and thankfully no further action there against Illing Jr. Had a couple of loan spells in the season just gone at Bologna and Middlesbrough as well. That's a play here on the right-hand side just in front of us for an England throw. Half an hour gone. England still trailing by a goal to nil. In the other game it's still Slovenia nil, Czechia nil, which means as things stand England go through in second place with a win, draw and a defeat, and would play Spain at the weekend. Quansah. Scott plays a ball with pace on it down the left wing here into Illing Jr., who backs himself to take a touch and drive inside, but it goes straight out of play for a goal kick. Is this experiment with him at left back working so far?
I think so, yeah. I think he's played particularly reasonably well. I think he was caught out of position for the goal, but that's arguably a tactic of England's because he's very high up the field. I think Livramento has probably been England's best player in the last couple of games, but he's got his opportunity, Illing Jr. And I think he's taken it. It just made the wrong. Took the wrong option there. Tried to beat his man. He probably could have put that into the box. But I like what I'm seeing up to now.
Here come England. Ethan Waneri down the right-hand side. A space to operate in here. He hasn't had much of that so far. Checks inside. Anderson takes the ball off him. Edge of the D. Good footwork initially, but then lost his balance and couldn't take the ball with him. And Germany bring it out through Merlin Rowe. Slipped down the left-hand side by Nelson Vapor. Such out of play by Quansah. It's a throw into Germany here. It's a high-octane game here. As Darren was saying earlier, of course, so many of these German reserves with things to offer, having not played too many minutes so far. The atmosphere fairly flat inside this stadium, though. There aren't too many spare seats. A crowd of just under 10,000 in tonight. Germany with this throw, which is taken by Ulrich. The number 13 loops a high cross in. Many of the teams here at the finals haven't allocated the number 13 shirt number to anyone, but he's taken it here for Germany. On the right hand side now is Roll of Freiburg. And down the line by Frankfurt's Elias Baum. Back towards the edge of the penalty area, swung into the middle now. Good ball as well, and it's such an easy goal as Nelson Vapor scores his first for the Germany under-21s. And here tonight, at least in Nitra, England in real trouble. It's England 0, Germany 2.
Again, it's a lovely goal. It's a delightful delivery into the box. And Viper just towers above Cresswell and Hinshelwood. Gets in between them, towers above them. And Beadle has no chance. It's a perfect execution of a header. You can argue that they allowed the delivery to come in a little bit too easily. There's that man Knauf, danger man, with a lovely ball. It just gets in between Hinchelwood and Cresswell, Viper. You see, I'm looking here, Vanna puts the ball back. Now first time into the box. You'd say it's too easy. He's jumped with no one jumping with him. But anyone watching this, the execution of his header. If you watch this later on, it's perfect for a centre forward. Jumps up above them all. Beadle, no chance.
Well, that goal, tonic certainly for Slovenia, who are still goalless with Czechia in their game. But England's goal difference is having damage applied to it here. For two centre-backs that have looked relatively assured in the tournament up until now, that was a soft goal for them to concede. I don't think Lee Carsley will be too happy.
Yeah, they was dragged apart, weren't they? Kwanzaa taken right out by Vanna down the left-hand side. There's a huge gap with Cresswell in the box with Hinchelwood. And it was just allowed him too easily. Viper to just jump in between them. He wanted it more in the box. And as you said, I've been impressed with Kwanzaa and Cresswell. Cresswell in particular feels had an outstanding tournament up to now.
He's in possession here, just inside the Germany half. Waneri. Anderson. Back towards the centre circle. Kwanzaa's there. Just to move it to the right-hand side. Back to Anderson again. Germany trying to get in England's faces here. Cresswell to the right wing. Waneri. Just looking to try and commit, but tries to get a 1-2 instead. It falls for Rowe. Elliott there. Rowe trying to force his way through. Germany able to just about clear there through Ulrich. It's an England throw on the right-hand side, which Hinchelwood is racing over to take. He's got it in line with the edge of the penalty area, and he throws it back here. Cresswell stands on the ball not moving. England not moving forward here at the moment. Well, we said that Germany were going to be unpredictable in the way they turned up and the way they played, but Lee Carsley did say ahead of this game that he's noticed in this Germany team that they're a little bit more direct, a little bit more physical maybe than what you might associate with Germany teams in years gone by.
Yeah, they've certainly been like that today. England dominating possession and this lovely counter-attacking football. That one in particular for the goal, Viper's goal, is a perfect example how to hit on the counter-attack.
Rowe puts it straight out of play on the left-hand side. We've talked about Illing Jr. playing out of position at left-back. You've got Rowe playing out of position at centre-forward. England have come to this tournament without a left-back in the squad, with the centre-forward who he doesn't rate, quite clearly. It's a bit of a lopsided team, isn't it? Even though there are, obviously, as we've said so many times, plenty of players missing. Dennis Shirkin would have been here. He would have probably played at left-back. Liam Delap would have been the centre-forward, but surely you've got to pull someone up in reserve.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. The players that are missing out, they mean nothing to Lee Carsley now on the England side. It's the players that are here, and you have the personnel to play the positions that you need, apart from, you'd say, the left back with Illing Jr. and Livramento. Livramento arguably has played there before for his club. It's a Jay Stansfield one for me. I've spoken about this in the first two games that we covered, James, and I'm surprised he hasn't had more of an opportunity.
I'm sure he's surprised as well. England with the ball in the box here, but Anderson's been penalised for using his hand, so it's a free kick to Germany. We've played 37 minutes, England 0, Germany 2, Knauf after 3 minutes, Viper after 33 minutes. And the Germany camp on the bench looking pretty satisfied with the way things are going so far.
I think what might happen now as well, once it gets to half-time, if it stays like this, the Slovenia players will hear about this and they will be told that you go out, you get a couple of goals, maybe England might concede again, 1 or 2. There's an opportunity.
Hutchinson plays it forward to Rowe, who slips, can't hold the ball. Scott, Hinchelwood to the right-hand side. Waneri coming in field, opening up his body, curling one, but didn't start it wide enough, and it curls straight into the goalkeeper. And Ernst picks it up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Didn't start it wide enough. Started it straight at the goalkeeper, Ernst. Didn't need to do much. Concentrated, held onto the ball. But again, it's that man Waneri, the danger man, not getting involved as much as he'd have liked. along with Amari Hutchinson in this match, need to get those two on the ball a little bit more.
So we've got 7 minutes to go until half-time here. England 0, Germany 2 at the Under-21 Championship. But what's the latest at the Club World Cup? Real Madrid against Al Hilal. Watching for us, Ian Abrahams.
Against the run of play, it's Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 0. Gonzalo scoring the goal, Gonzalo Garcia. It was a lovely team move. Ball in from Rodrigo on the right-hand side. He just sort of scuffed it over the goalkeeper. Commentary on Talksport 2, Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 0.
Ian, thank you. Back here, nothing happened while you were away. England have the ball inside their own half. Anderson playing it out to the right-hand side. Hinshelwood going back. It's Cresswell into Hinshelwood. And Waneri, lovely reverse, and Hinshelwood away down the right-hand side. Up towards the edge of the area for England. Low ball across, and it goes past two in the middle. Rowe and Hutchinson going in there, but neither could apply the touch. England have rescued it down the left-hand side. Illing Jr. Back to Kwanzaa. Back to Illing Jr. And England have to slow things down again. Germany with players back behind the ball all of a sudden. One area was who unlocked the defence momentarily. Kwanzaa plays it forward again, but it'll roll agonisingly behind for a goal kick here to Germany. And that chance had to be turned in by someone, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, it certainly did. It'd been a great time to score. 40th minute of the match. And again, we speak about this so often. No one really busting a gut to get on the end of there. Jonathan Rowe, I think it was Amari Hutchinson was the other player. No one made that run to the near post. They all just kind of drifted in.
Germany playing out here and they've lost it. Rowe has pinched it back. Waneri, lovely drop of the shoulder on the edge of the area. Still Waneri. And eventually there was a pink wall there that he couldn't breach. Elliott, edge of the D now, gets it onto his left inside the box, going round the houses and nearly sends the ball into the houses behind this stadium. It's over and it's not pretty at all. And it's behind, and Germany have the ball back once again as Ashley Cole, Lee Carter's assistant, studies the video on his iPad in front of him. England's finishing not there at the moment.
No, it's not, but it's all so tight. I think we're looking at, there's probably 8 German players and 5 England players. We're in a circle of 10, 15 yards. It's so compact in there. No real width. This time Harvey Elliott tried to go round them all in the box and got his shot all wrong, high and wide.
Elsewhere, still Slovenia 0, Czechia 0. But England do go through with a draw here, though a defeat, even as things stand, would be enough for England to make the last 8. Rowe helps it to the right-hand side here for Germany. Baum crosses from the right-wing position. There's a push there by the striker, Vapor. And he's given away a free kick, and England have the ball back again. Just 4 minutes of this first half remaining. England 2 behind.
Yeah, it was a foul, but it's good. It's a good attack, good counter-attack once again from Germany. Baum right back, getting forward, playing across into the box. Bit of a theatrical fall from Cresswell in the box, but it was 2 hands in the back of him. Clear foul, but once again showing danger on the counter-attack.
Well, as things stand, Slovenia would need 3 goals to force it to the disciplinary record. They could do with Germany scoring another here, and their task isn't quite so big against Czechia. They're struggling at the moment. They aren't having too many attempts in that game. They were nearly behind as well. Czechia did have the ball in the net, but it was ruled out for offside. Germany in possession at the back with Ernst, the goalkeeper. Siebert, towering centre forward, gives it into Ulrich, who plays it inside the left back, then flies forward, but they've lost it now. Elliott, edge of the area for England, into Anderson. It's got to be this time. No! Blocked by the defender and maybe the goalkeeper as well. England claiming handball, and Germany survive.
I mean, I'm looking at initially, I think that did hit the German defender's hand. I can't see who it was that slid and got back. Did look like it went past him, and a trailing hand that it hit. Look forward to seeing the replay of this, but I don't know why Anderson didn't just shoot again. He tried to reverse it to Amari Hutchinson in the box. Wrong option.
Elliott's edge of the area, scoops it into the box, but this time his angles are way off and it's behind. And the referee being focused on here as we have a look at the replay again. Elliott with the reverse into the area, then Anderson struck it towards goal. It hit the trailing arm of the defender, that arm that is often really given benefit because it's used there to support as he slides in.
Yeah, I'm going to have to be honest. I think that would have been extremely harsh if that was given. It did slide. It's not an unnatural position. He doesn't know it's going to hit his arm, so I think that is the right call. It did clearly hit him on the hand, but it was the right decision, no penalty.
Absolutely, and to flip it, if that was given against England, we'd be absolutely fuming. Here comes Omari Hutchinson. England finishing this first half strong, but they've got a real task on their hands here if they want to get a positive result tonight. They've got to come from 2 down against one of the tournament's star sides so far. Illing Jr. on the left. Inside to Kwanzaa, just inside the Germany half. England pondering their next move with Hinshelwood, who's drifted into midfield. A natural move for him, given he can play in both positions. One area on the right wing, comes inside past 2, pokes it on here to Elliott. Tight space to work in, one area, edge of the D. Lovely pirouette with the ball, but maybe not the right place to do it because Germany want it back straight away. Siebert trying to move out. He's lost it. All very frantic out there. Every time England get into that position around the edge of the D, it looks like it's going to happen for them, and then either it's the wrong decision or Germany just have that body in the way.
Yeah, more often than not, it's the wrong decision. It is good defence. It's a good shape from the German players. I mean, it was Viper that had made that last-ditch challenge there, and it was Siebert, the centre-half, who was having that marauding run. They reversed roles.
Hutchinson on the left wing, Knauf and Baum standing in his way, so he gives it to Illing Jr. He goes back. England have it with Kwanzaa. Anderson plays it into Elliott in the middle of the Germany half. Nwaneri in the penalty area on the right. Ethan Nwaneri steadies himself. He could have played the cross in first time and then just lost his balance slightly and played it in on his right in the end, and it went into the side net.
It's that option we're speaking about. It's the wrong option once again. Didn't need that extra touch. Really impressed with his footwork, Nwaneri, but didn't need that extra touch. And just got his cross all wrong into the side netting. It's not been an ideal half. 2-0 down against Germany. Need a big team talk from Lee Carsley.
So England 0, Germany 2. There has been another goal though in Florida for Ian Abrahams.
Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 1. It was a penalty scored by Ruben Neves, sending Thibaut Courtois the wrong way after Raul Asensio had given away the spot kick. Live on Talksport 2 is Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 1.
Oh, Ruben Neves, bringing back fond memories of many great nights at Molineux with him in the Wolves midfield.
What a player. What a goal scorer as well.
Yeah, it was all about those spectacular strikes, wasn't it? I get the feeling his business might not be done at Molineux. May well be a return for him there in the future. He's left the door open as much as well. One to watch in the years to come. But here and now he's just scored at the Club World Cup to equalise for his side Al Hilal. And a pause here because one of the floodlight pylons has gone out. We are a minute into 2 of additional time. Not the ideal time to pause the game. But the referee does stop things because one whole pylon, we've got 4 pylons here in this stadium, all attracting a million moths, but one of them has totally gone out here, and so play stopped by the referee.
Yeah, this is not ideal. I think the England players, the German players would have just preferred it to be half-time.
I think there is enough light, really, isn't there, to play until half-time.
There is. 3 pylons is enough. Just to play another 30 seconds. And then get that sorted for 15 minutes.
Can't say I know the lux of these lights, but watching in our position, I think the players have enough illumination out there to be going on with things.
I'm telling you now, the England players will want to go in at half-time. They will want to just see out this 30 seconds, go in at half-time, get regrouped, resettled, a couple of changes tactically, maybe personnel. There's enough light. From what we're seeing on the pitch, there's enough light to carry on.
And the other thing is that after a stoppage like this, play restarts with a drop ball. You're not going to be able to create anything in that time, are you?
No, absolutely not. I think as that went off, there was probably just under 30 seconds to go. I think the officials are in discussions now. Maybe they're talking about let's just carry on. Just get everyone's phone light on. That will help.
Get everyone with a phone in one corner of the ground. Turn on the torches, and you're good to go. Fourth official is Jakob Sundberg of Denmark. That's who referee Sander van der Eyck is speaking to at the moment. So a brief pause. So while there's a pause here, let's go back to Ian Abrahams. What's the latest between Real Madrid and Al Hilal?
We're approaching half-time in Miami. Real Madrid 1, Al Al Hilal one. I have to say, first and foremost, no problems with the light in Miami. There's plenty of sunshine to illuminate the stars on show. Gonzalo Garcia got the first goal of the new Real Madrid era under Xabi Alonso. That was a lovely team goal on 34 minutes. But the equaliser 7 minutes later, Raul Asensio giving away a penalty. The former Wolves man, Ruben Neves, sending Thibaut Courtois the wrong way. Earlier, Man City won 2-0, of course, to get their campaign underway with a win. And at the moment, it looks like we're going to go into half-time here. Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 1. It's live on Talksport too, James. But your former man has scored a penalty here around Ruben Neves.
He's normally good from 12 yards and has proved his worth there again. It looked like play was going to restart here a minute ago, but the referee is now thinking about it again, I think, and he's actually now marching off the field with the ball, maybe to speak to the UEFA delegate down there who might have the final say. 50 seconds, yes.
I have no idea what the hold-up is. The longer they go, the darker it's going to get. Let's just get these 45 seconds, 50 seconds, whatever is out the way, get in at half-time. They can sort out the light itself.
I think the referee just said to someone down in front of us here there is 50 seconds left on the clock, and he is actually going to... Is he going to restart the game? Well, he's blown his whistle. England have the ball. Well, the referee's just blown his whistle, and Harvey Elliott is standing there doing keep-ups at the moment. Surely England haven't agreed here to just let time run out on this half.
Yeah, they have.
That is bizarre. I've never seen that before. But England is standing around, holding the ball, and now the half-time whistle goes. Farcical end to the half here.
It wasn't 50 seconds, but that was probably 15 seconds since he blew his whistle. And he probably said, look, whatever you do, you're not going to have an opportunity. Before you get there, I'm going to blow the whistle. So if you look at it that way, we're both saying that they should just play on and get the game, get the half over with. It's a strange ending to the half, but if I'm one of the England players, I think that's the right thing to do.
But also, you have to say, from Slovenia's point of view, they want as maximum time to be played in this game as possible. They need Germany to go and get more goals. This game has plenty riding on it. Yeah,
you are right. Of course you are right. But again, if the referee feels that no matter what happens once we restart play, it's not going to go to either end. There's 15, 20, whatever he said, 25, 30 seconds. You're not going to get an opportunity. So let's just get this half over with, get the floodlights sorted so we can get the game underway in the second half.
Well, it is all over for this first half. England 0, Germany 2. Germany ahead in the third minute through Ansgar Knauf as he found his way down the right-hand side to fire home and catch England cold at the start of the game. And half an hour later, it was 2. Header in from a right-wing cross by Nelson Vapor, the Mainz man, doubling Germany's lead. And it looks like England are going to have to rely on Slovenia not doing the business elsewhere. They knew they'd go through with a draw here tonight. It looks like they're going to lose this one. Half-time here in Nitra. England 0, Germany 2.
Yeah, not what Lee Carsley would have wanted, not the best performance as well, especially considering it's a second-string Germany team. But Darren, look, I mean, ultimately, he's been done, isn't he, Gerald Kwanza, by that fantastic ball in the midfield. Floats over his head, and to be fair to Knauf, that's a fantastic first touch and finish.
It's a brilliant goal all round, as I said on commentary today. It's Ealing Jr. arguably out of position, but he had the ball down the other end moments earlier, so you can put a blame on him or not, but you've got to look at the quality of the goal. As you said, Ulrich with a delightful cross over Kwanza. He had no chance. It was perfect. And the one touch and then half volley from Knauf in the box, who, by the way, has been their best player in my opinion. He's their danger man. I thought it was an outstanding goal, and it was the worst possible start for England in such a high magnitude game.
He's almost made a gamble, Lee Carsley, on that left-hand side, isn't he? We know our attacking Ling Jr. is obviously Amari Hutchinson isn't going to give you much going back, but going forward, there's been a lot coming from that left-hand side for England.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that's a tactic. You could see that from minute one. I think it was Cresswell and Hinshelwood and whoever it was in the middle, Anderson, that was trying to play the long diagonals to Illing Jr. Amari Hutchinson drifting in on off the left-hand side, Illing Jr. coming on. But look, Tino Livramento, we might see him quite early in this game, and that's nothing against Illing Jr. I just feel it has been the best opportunities created down the left-hand side. And arguably Livramento's been England's best player throughout this tournament, so we might see him come on earlier, maybe Ealing Jr. pushing a little bit further forward. But yeah, the best opportunities has come from that left-hand side.
We spoke at the start of the show about how England lack that cutting edge up front. They've created chances. It's been tight, hasn't it, in terms of sort of the space up there. But do they miss a Jay Stansfield up front right now, maybe?
Yeah, I think we've spoken about that, didn't we, before the match? And they missed that forward that's going to sniff out chances in the box. one or two crosses. I remember Hinchelwood one. I think Harvey Elliott played one across, and they were a bit too static in the box, and that's nothing against them. When you're not a natural goal scorer, you don't make those runs. But Jay Stansfield clearly is a natural goal scorer. He would have been sniffing out the chances. I'll be very, very surprised. I know at the moment England are still through, but I'll be very surprised if we don't see changes, and one of those be Stansfield very, very soon.
Yeah, 1-0 became 2-0 just before half-time. And to be fair, look, it's a great header from Nelson Viper. And you mentioned Knauf being their star man, and he puts in a ball that any striker would love.
Yeah, it was kind of an example. I said it on comms, an example of a counter-attacking move. I think it was Vanna got down the right-hand side. Kwanzaa got drawn out, and it allowed a little bit of space, and Viper just stood there in the middle of Cresswell and Hinchelwood, and Knauf obviously played a lovely ball into the box, and it was a perfect ball for Viper. He's quite a tall character in the box, and he just wanted it more than both of those defenders.
A lot's been spoken about Nwaneri, just because obviously, look, breakthrough season, if you like, with Arsenal, where he's had opportunities and he's looked good every time, and for England Under-21s, he's almost a star man alongside Harvey Elliott. Has he held on to the ball too long at times, rather than just letting it out of his feet and just going for it?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think a few times he makes the right decisions, but look, he's so young. He's such a talent at such a young age, and there's a lot of hopes put on him, particularly with the Under-21s, and maybe for the full squad one day. And I just think some of the options he picks are the wrong ones. I think he's done okay. He has been one of England's better players going forward. He's created a few opportunities. I think the one that nearly found Kwanzaa in the box come from his movement first and foremost, and then the delivery. But yeah, I think a couple of times he has held on to it a little bit too much, that extra touch that he doesn't need. But that will go through age and experience.
Yeah, final one, Daz, before I let you get some half-time food in you. A little bit embarrassing to this, England losing to a second-string Germany side.
I mean, I said about this just as we kicked off, me and James was talking, and it's such a difficult game to manage if you're England, because you've played, a lot of these players have played 2 games, they're tired, and it's 11 changes for Germany, who are already in the quarterfinals. Every one of these players want to impress because they want to stake a claim for a place in that first team. So it's such a difficult task that England, and they're failed at the moment. It has to be said, they're failing.
You're not scary. How can Knauf be part of the second string 11?
I know, it's crazy. I mean, I haven't seen much of the first string, but their right winger must be amazing.
It must be incredible. That's enjoying a little half-time break, my man. Thanks a lot. Man, as it stands, England still go through. That's just because Slovenia are currently drawing 0-0 with the Czech Republic. But in saying that, obviously, if Slovenia, you're hoping that Germany can get more goals. And if Slovenia nick one, then it does get a bit scary. All right, let's get the half-time odds with Ladbrokes.
Odds update on Talksport with Ladbrokes. Get money back as a free bet up to £10 if one leg of your Football 5+ acca lets you down. Pre-match straight line accas only. Odds are 3-1 or greater. 18+ gambleaware.org.
Remember, it's currently England Under-21s 0, Germany Under-21s 2. And for the latest odds, just head to ladbrokes.com, where right now you can get England at 14-1 to win the game. Draw is 11-2. Germany to hold on to this victory 1-6. Next goal scorer odds, Nwaneri 15-2, Harvey Elliott 17-2. Both of them have had chances, and we've got a special here for you as well. Penalty to be scored was 3-1. It's now 9-2. Those are the latest odds of Ladbrokes. 18+. BeGambleAware.org.
Odds update on Talksport with Ladbrokes. Supercharge your odds with our Odds Boost button. Selected markets applies to first £50 of stake. Terms apply. 18+. Gambleaware.org.
All right, don't forget that on the opening weekend of the Premier League season, we're going to have free commentaries that will be exclusively live on Talksport. The 15th of August, we've got Liverpool versus Bournemouth, 8 o'clock kickoff. Remember, the fixtures are up now. On Saturday, the 16th of August, Aston Villa versus Newcastle. And on Monday, the 18th of August, we've got Leeds versus Everton. All right, we can get a half-time update in the game at the Club World Cup as well between Real Madrid and Al Hilal. The Moose, how's it going?
At half-time, it's Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 1. I think Messrs Xabi Alonso and Simone Inzaghi, in their first outings as managers of the respective clubs, will be fairly happy. Inzaghi would have been very happy early doors because Leonardo from 6 yards out should have scored. Al-Dawasi did have the ball in the back of the net, but he was ruled out for offside. And it looked like Al Hilal was certainly on top in the game, but then they conceded the opening goal, and what a wonderful goal it was too. From back to front, a fantastic team move, ended with Rodrigo putting the ball in in from the right-hand side for 21-year-old Gonzalo Garcia to scuff it past the goalkeeper and put Real Madrid ahead. The lead lasted only 7 minutes, though. Raul Asensio giving away a penalty and the former Wolves man Ruben Neves sending Thibaut Courtois the wrong way. The second half will be live on Talksport 2. It's been a very watchable game to watch and to listen to. At half-time, it's Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 1.
Yeah, I've been watching a bit of that game as well. It really does look entertaining. All right, that game does continue over on Talksport 2, but right here on Talksport, it is currently England Under-21s 0, Germany Under-21s 2. At the moment, Lee Carsley's side are going to be progressing to the knockout stages, but the pressure will increase dramatically if Slovenia start to beat Czech Republic, who they're currently drawing 0-0 with. The second half is coming up next.
Tally-ho, it's time for Top Hats, Tails and Tip-Top Racing. It's Royal Ascot this week and Talksport Bet is offering our best odds guarantee. Place a bet on the day between 9 a.m. and the start of the race on any horse and we'll pay out the starting price on winners if it was greater than when the race began. And that's straight from the horse's mouth. For this and other outstanding offers on all sorts of sports, visit TalksportBet.com. Suited and booted broadcaster, bring it on bookie. Max benefit and terms and conditions apply. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
Every game free on DAZN.com. That's DAZN.com. Free subscription required, no payment necessary. See DAZN.com for details.
That's not simple. That's not simple. Now that's simple. Hastings Direct Car Insurance is simple, because when life is this complicated, finding a great deal shouldn't be. Great cover, great price, and a great app makes us one of the UK's top choices when comparing car insurance online. Hastings Direct. Simplicity is the best policy. For verification, see hastingsdirect.com/verify.
Staying in can be fun, but let's be honest, getting out into the world can be even more fun. That's why at FlixBus, we want you to experience a world with less scrolling through websites, more strolling through iconic sites, less uncomfortably expensive train tickets, more comfy and affordable coach rides, less takeaways on the sofa, more getaways with your mates. That does sound more fun, doesn't it? Book affordable coach tickets to over 70 UK destinations on flixbus.co.uk or download the app now. More life in real life. FlixBus.
Got cravings for Joe and the Juice or Wingstop? We've got you covered. So whether it's a Tuna Cardo Tuesday or a Saturday night showdown starring lemon pepper wings, find them only on Deliveroo. Go on, order now and we'll bring your faves to your door in as little as 25 minutes. Deliveroo. Now just got even better. Geographical restrictions, service and delivery fees may apply. Delivery times may vary. See an app for current delivery estimates.
And here's a fine thoroughbred. It's the favourite racing pull-out for Royal Ascot. Bred by the Sun, the favourite is a performer with a track record. It's full of tips from experts, race cards, in-depth guides and exclusive interviews, all for the price of the Sun.
The favourite, well-written, well-bred, well worth a punt for Royal Ascot. Get your copy of the favourite every day, only in the Sun.
And you join us here for the Coral Franchise. And they're off. And it's the Top Hat and Tailors leading them at the first, closely followed by the Grandstand Grandees. And here come the course connoisseurs, loving the racing and tucking into a delicious luncheon. But hang on, here come the ladies with hats the size of houses, crossing the line in style. What a finish! Whatever kind of racing fan you are, don't miss the Coral Daily Download. Every morning from 6 on Talksport with Coral. We're here for Royal Ascot. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
It's a sizzling summer of international football.
What a hit! The Under-21s European Championship 2025.
Live on Talksport.
Final game of the group for Lee Carsley's England Under-21 side as they face already qualified Germany with a draw or victory enough for Lee Carsley's side to progress to the last 8 of the competition. Lucas Ulrich down the left-hand side into the box, an early chance and a very early goal. Really well taken by Ansgar Knaup.
It's a fantastic goal, has to be said.
Back towards the edge of the penalty area, swung into the middle now. Good ball as well, and it's such an easy goal as Nelson Viper scores his first for the Germany Under-21s. And here tonight, at least in Nitra, England in real trouble. It's England 0, Germany 2.
Yeah, not the best first 45 minutes for Lee Carsley's side. Second half coming up in that one. Remember, it is England 0, Germany 2. Remember, the Transfer Insiders will be with you every single weeknight from 7 p.m. And one of the big stories currently trending on social media this evening is regarding Alexander Isak. Now, according to Talksport's Ben Jacobs, Liverpool are prepared to offer Newcastle a guaranteed £100 million, then a package which may surpass the £116 million deal that Liverpool have agreed with Leverkusen for Florian Wirtz. Here's a former Liverpool midfielder, Danny Murphy's take on this.
I'm hypothesising here, and it probably won't happen, but there's been some news, hasn't there, about Isak possibly going to Liverpool as well. I know that sounds a bit wow, but can you imagine? Of course Liverpool are favourites then, aren't they?
It is a wow, isn't it? I mean, when you think of the business that Liverpool have already done this season, Frimpong, Kirkers looks like it's going to be done once the window opens. Florian Wirtz is nailed on. I mean, Isak as well is incredible. Let's get the thoughts of Dan Ambrose on that before we talk England again. Daz, I mean, we've seen some transfer windows from some big clubs. I'm trying to take my mind back to when Mourinho first came to Chelsea, and they kind of went crazy in the window. But this would probably eclipse that. That would be an incredible window if Liverpool were to get Isak as well.
Well, it's cheating. If they get Isak, they've won the league already.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But look, I did hear what you said, a deal worth a guaranteed $100 million. I don't think that's enough, Fede. I don't know what you think. We spoke about this before. I think you and I have spoken about this before. I think it's got to be more than that. I think it's got to be north of 120, 125 for a player like Isak. And if you're putting down 160 million for Florian Wirtz as well, I mean, it's ridiculous. They've won the Premier League already.
What's interesting is that some Liverpool fans, not all, but some Liverpool fans will say FSG haven't done enough, right? Like when Jurgen Klopp won the league, they didn't strengthen from a position of strength. All of a sudden, it's almost like they've said, OK, Arne Slot, we're going to back you now because you've delivered surprisingly in your first season.
That's exactly it. That's what it seems. He's come in and look, no one expects. Now I don't know. You're obviously a big Liverpool fan. I don't think even you expected to win the Premier League this season. And what a job Arne Slot's done. And the fact he's done that exactly as you said. Now they're thinking, right, can we go again? Can we not just win the Premier League? Can we go Champions League? Can we do a treble? I think that's the plan. It seems like they're backing him to high heavens. It would be an incredible transfer window if they can get what's rumoured over the line. And if they can, then everyone else has got to be shaking in their boots.
Yeah, I can hear the England players sort of gearing themselves up as they make their way out for the second half. It has to be a better performance. Let's hand over once again to your comm team. You just heard him there, Darren Ambrose and James Fielding.
Cheers, Addy. Big changes for England at half-time. In come James McAtee, in comes Brooke Norton-Cuffy, and in comes Jay Stansfield. That would have been a turn.
That would have been a turn out for the books. I tell you what, that'd have been like playing with 10 men if I was back in there. I tell you that. Look, we said that changes need to be made. I did feel for Ealing Jr. As I said, I did feel he done well getting forward. Was caught out of position for the goal. It's the Jay Stansfield one for me. I think James McAtee's come on. He's taken the armband. He's the captain of the team this tournament, and I think it's his job now to try and get in that number 10 role, get on the half turn, and find Jay Stansfield, who's going to be making those runs. I'll be very interested. He's got more opportunity now. All of these players got 45 minutes to make something out of this game.
So England's ready to restart us here. Harvey Elliott's gone off. He's played a lot of football in this competition already. In fact, he played every minute before today, so he gets a rest for the second 45. Ealing Jr. off at left-back as well. Norton Cuffy's come on. Looks like he's gone over to the right initially here. And also Rowe off for Stansfield. I feel a bit sorry for John Rowe because he's shown glimpses of what he's about, but he was never going to thrive in that central position, and he's been the fall guy.
Yeah, he has. And look, he's worked extremely hard for his team. Every game that we've seen him play, work rate cannot be faulted. But yeah, as we've spoken about, that forward position, you need a forward player who's going to make those runs that are going to occupy the back four and get them facing their own goal. So that's what I said. I think we're going to see 45 minutes of Jay Stansfield, and hopefully he can impress and make an impact on this tournament.
Now the referee's delaying again. We do have all four floodlight pylons back on. So we do have the light required, but England just having to knock the ball around here at the moment because there is a delay ahead of the second half. I don't know whether they've lost connection with VAR here, which can often be a problem. We've seen it delay so many games since its inception. England just want to get out there and get on with it now, though, don't they? They're standing around again.
Yeah, this is not ideal. It wasn't an ideal end to the first half, and it isn't an ideal beginning to the second half. We've seen it. I think we see it on the first game. The VAR went out of sync with the referee. Something went wrong there, and it seems to be the case again.
Now the referee is ready, and we get back underway. It is England 0, Germany 2 here in both sides' final game in Under-21 Championship Group B. Germany, as things stand, going through as group winners. England, as things stand, losing here tonight, but going through in second place to play Spain. Santi Denier's side, who drew 1-1 with Italy last night to secure top spot in Group A. The hosts, Slovakia, are out and have, well, not gone home, but stayed at home, I guess. So no real local interest in the tournament going forward. It's about those nations who've jetted in here. And England have it with Norton Cuffy down the right-hand side, in towards Waneri. Gives it away. And Germany back in possession with Merlin Rowe. A long ball forward for them, looking for Knauf down the right-hand side, and he's beaten Hinchelwood to it. On the right wing here, Knauf, low ball in, and Beadle goes down to pick it up. Simple catch there for the Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper on loan from Brighton this season. And England spared the embarrassment of potentially conceding a third goal. That first goal they conceded after just 3 minutes, the earliest they've ever conceded in a group stage match at the Under-21 Championship.
Yeah, that wasn't an ideal start to this match. It was a great goal from Knauf, and once again, early in this second half, showing his attacking intent.
Norton Cuffy fires a great ball in from the right wing, just moved it out of his feet there and hammered it across the 6-yard area. No one throwing themselves at it. It does go behind though, and England have an early corner in this second half.
Yeah, I just think Omari Hutchinson started a little bit too wide when Norton Cuffy got down the right-hand side. If he was a little bit closer to Baum, he may have been able to get in front of him, and if he did, he'd be tapping that in from the 6-yard box. In the end, it was good defending from the German right-back.
With another corner, Scott takes it from the left, hooks it high towards the far post, but the referee spotted a foul in there, and Germany have a free kick.
I have no idea what happened there. I don't think anyone did, German and England players. We got the luxury of a replay. There is nothing that went on there, but the referee blew immediately.
As a man in your position, he must have taken his fair share of set plays in his career. That must be so annoying if you're taking that corner and something goes on in the middle.
It is so frustrating. It's frustrating for the players in the box when you either underhit one, hit the front man, or go over the top of everyone. But as a taker, yeah, it's frustrating. You put a good delivery in and a foul happens immediately.
Scott out to the left-hand side here for England, who have it with Omari Hutchinson. Big money signing for Ipswich last summer from Chelsea. Plays a short ball into the box here, jinking feet, and couldn't quite get the shot away, Alex Scott. And I think Darren Ambrose gesturing alongside me, just wants it to all happen a little bit quicker.
Well, it's perfect opportunity. He's on his good foot, his good right foot, just bend it into the far corner. The gap opened up. He's in line with the penalty spot. Just hit it, right foot, into the far corner, hard and low, that's a goal. He tries to cut back on his left foot, and as we said, just one too many touches.
Hutchinson crosses from the left, horribly overhit, but it has been kept in play by Norton Cuffy on the right-hand side. McAtee has it off him. Nice ball into one area, edge of the area. Comes through. England have it with Stansfield. Couldn't quite sort his body shape out there to try and get himself into a position where he might have been able to strike towards goal. One area clips the feet there of Ulrich. It's a Germany free kick. 3.5 minutes gone in this second half. England 0, Germany 2.
I think that right there, James, the cross from Omari Hutchinson is a prime example why some stats mean absolutely nothing. Because that was a poor delivery over everyone, would have been counted as a completed pass because it landed at Norton Cuffy's feet. That's why some stats, and I only say some, mean absolutely nothing.
Free kick here to England. Good news for England because Czechia lead against Slovenia. They had a goal ruled out after the 6 minutes of the first half, but 3 minutes into the second half, Daniel Fila has fired them in front, having just come on as a substitute. He's third in his last 4 games in all competitions. And that's surely the goal now, Darren Ambrose, that means regardless of what's going on here, England are heading through.
Yeah, and I think regardless either way, I felt we watched the Czechia game, didn't we? Watched the Slovenia game. I always felt Czechia were the better side. Slovenia have not scored a goal in this tournament as yet, so I just feel that they were the better side. But I think it's down to the management now. Ashiko Lee Carsley, get the message across. Let's end this game with a bit of pride, a bit of passion. Go into the quarter-final with a bit of confidence, as opposed to a drab performance where you're just going to concede another 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah, how much would a performance and ultimately a result like this pull you down ahead of a knockout tie?
Well, it would. It depends what kind of character you had as the break-in.
Norton Cuffey inside the box, tries to check inside, goes down. No penalty, says the referee. Referees have been fairly lenient in this competition, haven't been blowing willy-nilly. They've tried to let the games flow where possible. Clearly an instruction to them from UEFA.
Yeah, I don't think it was a penalty. I think it was outside the box to start with. And I just think, I'm looking at the replay now in front of us. We're lucky to get replays. I think he creates the contact, Norton Cuffey. So no penalty for me. Another good decision. But yeah, James, answering your question, it depends what mentality you have as a team. If you can forget this, that we see Italy, didn't we? When they won the Euros, they started really poor, end up going all the way. And I think it could be the same. Forget this, but you still want to end with a little bit of confidence in the group stage. If you're a goal scorer, end with a goal. Go into the next rounds full of confidence, raring to go.
As things stand, England will play at 9 o'clock local time on Saturday night against Spain in Trnava. It'll be Germany against Italy at Dunajska Streda on Sunday, with a kick-off time yet to be decided. Germany play the ball forward here through Baum on the right-hand side, but given away by the Frankfurt man. But in the end, Roll has a throw on the right wing, midway inside the England half, taken short here into Vanna. And down the line by Baum, but Hinshelwood is there for England. Does it make sense moving Hinshelwood over to left back? If you're going to put an attack-minded full-back on like Norton Cuffey, you give him his natural side?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think they've just reversed the tactic, haven't they? They've put Hinshelwood on the left-hand side. Norton Cuffey, similar role to Illing Jr., albeit at the right instead of left, attacking. Get it out to him early as possible. We've already seen one of the crosses he put in when Hutchinson couldn't quite get on the end of it.
Waneri tries to slip a ball into the box here to Stansfield. Again, it's just a ball that was a bit too tight to him. Couldn't really shift it out of his feet, and the move breaks down for England, but they have it back on halfway.
You'd have to say it's all too easy for the German defenders. It's all in front of them. Jay Stansfield is trying to make those runs. The passing's a little bit wayward, as you said. Ended up behind him there.
Hutchinson, left wing. A couple of step overs. Tricky feed as he approaches the edge of the penalty area. Goes back one. Hinshelwood out from the left corner of the penalty area. Gets it onto his right foot. Plays it infield into Anderson. Germany with everyone back behind the ball, and England now facing the same problem they had in the first two games. Kwanzaa. Back out to the left-hand side. Anderson. Back here to Kwanzaa. Hooks it over the Germany defence. Lovely ball into Hutchinson down the left wing. Low ball in towards the near post. Easily cleared away by Ehrman. Germany play it forward, but it breaks down for them. England with all the ball here inside the Germany half at the moment, but not testing the Germany goalkeeper. That's where it's falling down for them. England have only had one shot on target in the game. Germany have scored with both of theirs from 3 shots overall. Waneri. 40 yards from goal, working his way from right over to the left. Hinshelwood. Infield to Kwanzaa. Thought he was going to open up for the shot there for a second, but thinks better of it. Plays it into the middle of the park. He's now with McAtee. Rolls it one way, rolls it back the other, then back onto his left foot again. Anderson to the left wing, into Hutchinson. Trying to go down the line. Goes back one now to Waneri. Anderson, edge of the box, touched on. Hutchinson inside the area. And now McAtee trying to cross from the left in front of a huge West Bromwich Albion flag. It's blocked away and Germany get it out. And for now, they're just playing counter-attack. But in the end, Cresswell gives away the free kick. And Germany have the ball back, and Cresswell might pick up a yellow card there for dissent because he's thrown the ball away.
I mean, I have no idea why that's given as a foul. Maybe it hit his arm, but he didn't stop the player himself. It hit his arm, fair enough, and he did get a bit frustrated, didn't he? Threw it against his own head and bounced it away. Not seen a card, though.
Well, the referee seems to have kept his book in his pocket. Though he's going to have a word here with Alex Scott instead. So a free kick to Germany taken by Merlin Rowe. One of the players over the age of 21. He's going to be 23 at the start of next month. The midfielder from Potsdam. Peter Ernst. His ball out is in between Siebert and Ulrich. Siebert plays it away. High towards the front man Viper, but England have it back again. They've got all the ball at the moment. They've had 67% possession in this game overall. Norton Cuffy down the right wing, the Genoa winger attacking the full-back here, Ulrich, and Norton Cuffy bending one towards goal. It's on target but lacking any kind of power or precision, and the goalkeeper lifts it from the grass.
Yeah, it's good positive stuff from Norton Cuffy though. Picked up the ball, one thing on his mind: I'm going to attack you, I'm going to get my shot off. And he was on his weaker left foot and there was no real intent in the shot, and it was a comfortable save from Ernst, but that's much better.
Norton Cuffy has certainly added something since the break as well. 10 minutes into this second half, England 0, Germany 2. Looks like there might be an offside here against Vanat, who's got it inside the penalty area for now. And eventually the flag does go up, and the free kick goes England's way. We heard Darren and Addy talk about the transfer news at half-time, including a potential switch for Alexander Isak from the northeast to the northwest, from Newcastle to Liverpool. You can read all about that and all the other transfer stories of the day on Talksport.com. Your home for all the football news that you need this summer. McAtee plays it forward into Stansfield, in the box with his back to goal, gets towards goal now, manages to turn, gets the ball out of his feet, he drags it wide, but that's proper centre-forward play.
Yeah, it's exactly what we said. The combination, McAtee getting in that number 10 role, finding Stansfield, made a good run between the defenders, held it up well, cut inside, maybe the wrong decision. He probably should have hit it towards the far corner. He was on an angle on the left-hand side, he tried to reverse it into the near post, but it's much better. It's exactly what we want to see from forward players, getting in behind the defence, creating opportunities for themselves, just got the final part wrong.
Well, Carsey said that England have been good in patches. He was annoyed at the chances that weren't taken against Slovenia. He actually complained that the grass here at the stadium was a little bit long the other day. Is that clutching at straws? I'll ask you that in a second, because Knauf's inside the box here for Germany. It's blocked behind. England adamant it should be a goal kick. And Hinshelwood concedes the corner.
Clutching at straw is probably a polite term for it, to be honest. You've got to play your conditions.
Knauf knocked it against Hinshelwood here, and it did take a final touch off Knauf. Hinshelwood had a point as he appealed to the assistant referee.
You can always tell when it is a goal kick, because Knauf immediately pointed to the corner. He knew it come off him.
He doesn't need to point to the corner if it's so obvious, right?
Exactly, yeah. The assistant referee fell for it.
People blame the referees when you've got 22 players trying to con them. Here's the Germany corner into a good area, headed away powerfully by Kwanzaa. Germany back on the halfway line now with Tim Owerman. You're listening to coverage of the UEFA Under-21 Championship here on Talksport. We've brought you all three England games, and we'll be hopefully back with you at the weekend as well for England's quarter-final. Norton Cuffy inside to Anderson. He manages to get it out of his feet. He thought he was pulled back there. No free kick, but play goes on because Kwanzaa takes on the baton. But then stepping out of the defence there is Siebert. Germany with it on the left-hand side. They're starting to come back into this game again. And Yander. Roll. Germany just playing keep ball here at the moment. Three of their starting 11 tonight hadn't played a single minute before tonight, so they're almost certainly going to play the full game here. It'll be interesting to see what subs they make as the second half progresses. Nice take by Baum on the right. Tries to play a reverse into the box, but Hutchinson is there to intercept for England. Lifts it away, plays it down the left-hand side. Stansfield chasing, but it will go out of play in front of Lee Carsley, who pats his man on the back, but it's a throw into Germany.
Yeah, you are right. Germany is starting to get back into this game. Same as the first half, really. A lot of possession in terms of England. There have been a few opportunities, but when Germany go forward, they are very, very dangerous on the counter-attack. Just seen Ulrich with a lovely 60-yard crossfield pass. Been impressed with him today.
And conclusive news coming in from the other game in the group in Dunajska Streda, because it is now Slovenia 0, Czech Republic 2. Slovenia had to win that game to stand any chance of going through. And Darren Ambrose, England might be losing here, but they can rest easy. The coaching staff can at least, because they are going through to the last 8. Anderson here on the edge of the box strikes for goal. It's blocked and picked up by Ernst, the goalkeeper.
I mean, they can rest easy, but they're still going to be disappointed. Unless they can turn this game on its head and get something out of it, go into the quarterfinals with some positivity, they need dramatically to improve if they're going to stand any chance against Spain. But it's another game. It's knockout phase football after this. And I think it's crazy to say Slovenia's not scored a goal in this game and they had an opportunity to go through. It just shows the lack of quality really in this group. So if England hadn't have gone through, it would have been an absolute travesty. But winning one, drawing one, and at the moment losing one, it's been average at the moment.
I think in these kind of competitions as well, if you have a striker who can deliver goals like Voltemade, it sounds like an obvious thing to say, but you're going to have a chance, aren't you? Because as badly as your team might play, if you can knock that ball into him and he can deliver, then you're in business. Absolutely.
That's why we need players now to start getting on the score sheet, showing what they can do. Stansfield, McAtee, whoever it may be, get your confidence up for the quarter-finals. And whatever team you play, it needs to be improved. But as we said, it's just tournament football. The plan before the league starts is to get through the league phase into the quarter-final, and barring an absolute travesty, it's happened.
Roll gets away down the left-hand side. A Germany goal, ends this game as a contest, and Roll puts everything into it. It's blocked behind by Norton Cuffy. It's a corner to Germany. We played 61 minutes, and Germany lead England under-21s by 2-0.
You'd have to say Germany have been good value for the match at the moment, and I think they've shown they can adapt to playing when they don't have a lot of the ball. As you said, I think previously only just 39% possession, the rest for England, and it was the same against Slovenia. They ended up 3-0 winners, so they can adapt to different styles.
So an outswinger from the left here for Germany, hooked in high towards Siebert, comes back out to the right hand side now, and Baum hooked into the middle by Thielmann, and a looping header by Siebert, but there was a push in there spotted by the referee. England free kick, and we've got half an hour to go.
Yeah, good decision once again. Siebert, 2 hands on the back of Cresswell as the ball came in. There's a poor header in the end, went over, but the right call once again. I think the referee's had a good game today.
Yeah, Sander van der Eyck, the man in charge of this one. Interestingly, England of course have their own analysts here that occupy spaces on the TV gantry here in Slovakia, but they have got a team of analysts as well based back at St George's Park who have been watching all the other major teams in the tournament, scouting them so that if England do come up against them in the latter stages of the competition, they are ready for them. And the guys on the ground here don't have to do too much work and can relax after the games.
It's amazing, isn't it, what you can get now. We watch games now, and the amount of staff that are out there on the pitch, the amount of analysts, as you said, that are up in the stands, and now you're saying analysts back at St George's Park. Absolutely incredible.
England making changes here. Elliot Anderson is coming off, and he'll be replaced by Tyler Morton in the middle of the park, who's come on in both games so far. And there will be a tournament debut here as well for West Bromwich Albion's Tom Fellows. Plenty of Albion support in this crowd, plenty of St George's flags with West Brom logos on them around this ground. Fellows wasn't going to be in the squad initially. It was a late call-up after Joe Bellingham withdrew because he went to the Club World Cup with Borussia Dortmund. And Fellows very much an old-school winger who loves to attack down the side on his natural side for West Brom. Fell out of favour a bit under Tony Mowbray last season at West Brom. He came back into the side towards the end of the season after Mowbray departed. Knauf has given away a free kick here. England with the ball in their own defensive third. So let's head back to the Club World Cup and Ian Abrahams, who's watching Real Madrid against Al Hilal.
Still Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 1, but Madrid close to a second. Arda Gruler's first effort from 12 yards out came back off the bar, and then Bono had to make a really good save to keep out Garcia's subsequent header. It's live on Talksport 2, nearly an hour gone. Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 1.
Thanks, Ian. So England 0, Germany 2 here. England on the attack down the right-hand side. Here is Fellows, his first chance to run at Ulrich. Fellows gets it on the outside, puts a low ball back here to McAtee, back to goal near the penalty spot, lays it off towards Hutchinson, manages to stretch his body across the defender to receive the ball. Knew that he was either going to get the ball or get a penalty. In the end he got the ball, but he's lost the ball, and Knauf brings it away for Germany up the right-hand side.
That's good defending by Baum, as you said. If he just put his leg there, he would have connected with Hutchinson, he'd have gone down at the penalty. He just pulled out at exactly the right time. It was good defending, then he won it back off Amari Hutchinson. But good chance to see Fellows down the right-hand side, picked up the ball immediately, little step over on his good foot, cut back to McAtee. It's exactly what we want to see from your wide players.
Back here with the Germany goalkeeper. tonight is Tjag Ernst, the number 1 in the game so far. Freiburg's Noah Atubolu misses out with a sore throat, and then a tough tackle going in, and a yellow card for Alex Scott. Referee dishing that out immediately, and Scott has been losing his temper a little bit in this game. The referee has already had a word with him, and now he's yellow carded.
Yeah, not the greatest of challenges there on Yanda. It was late, as you said. It's just, I think it's out of sheer frustration. Yanda, he comes and it's a strong challenge, misses the ball completely. Alex Scott, I'm not saying it's a red, but it's in between the red and yellow, in my opinion.
Yeah, the fact he's fairly low with the challenge is what has saved him. He's proper swiped at the player, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done well, Yanda, to get up. I mean, there's a little scream going on. He's got his yellow card, Alex Scott. But it looked a painful one. I think, as you said, it was low and it wasn't studs up. That's what saved him.
Whistler's gone here from the referee. For all of the Premier League fixtures were released earlier today as well. Diaries starting to be filled out with various dates across the campaign. All the details of the headlines from the fixture release over on Talksport.com. News from the Championship earlier as well, as Chris Wilder was sacked, and Ruben Sayers, who left Hull, has moved a little bit further inland to be new Sheffield United boss. He's moved around in recent months, having been at Reading not so long ago. I do remember when he first appeared on the scene at Southampton in a very swanky outfit at Stamford Bridge. Do you remember that? And he was giving it stacks there. And
absolutely. Good to see him back in the game, actually. I felt a little bit for Chris Wilder. I think they just felt that decision that had to be made.
On the left-hand side here, Amari Hutchinson. England playing with 2 wingers now, not inverted, which is very rare to see. Quonsett tries to play a high one here for Hutchinson this time. Quonsett plays it in field, edge of the area. Scott trying to curl one. It's just a bit too nonchalant the way he struck that towards goal. I think he was trying to emphasise the precision there rather than the power, but it was straight down the middle of the goal.
Yeah, it's a good word, the right word to use as well, nonchalant. I think that's what I wanted to see him do a little bit earlier on. This time, instead of 12 yards out, it was probably 20, 21 yards out. There's just no real power at all, straight at him.
At the other end, Beadle has to race off his line to clear with Knauf about to approach him. England haven't really given up too many chances on their own goal, have they? Beadle's been extremely quiet, apart from the twice that he's had to pick the ball out of the net.
Yeah, he has. And I get impressed with Beadle every time I see him in this tournament. And there again, positioning was exactly right. As Knauf was running through, he was out, ended up clearing 20 yards outside his own goal.
We've played over half of this second half. England 0, Germany 2 here live on Talksport. Our coverage of the Under-21 Championship continuing alongside former England Under-21 international Darren Ambrose here tonight. And have it with Morton, plays it down the right hand side into Norton Cuffy, whose influence has waned a little bit in the last 10 or 15 minutes. Fellows back to Norton Cuffy. West Brom fans worried that Fellows might be one player moved on in this window. There has been interest in him previously, but a dying breed, very much a player of his ilk, a right winger who wants to play on the right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I used to play on the wing, but I'd always play on the left because I was right-footed. I like to drift in. As you said, this time you got Fellows and Hutchinson on their favoured side in terms of their foot, so they can just get it. Don't even need to beat your man half a yard and get it in the box.
Lee Carsley trying to issue some tactical instructions here to the players out there on the field now. England have made a number of changes. In fact, they've made all 5 changes now, having made those 3 at half-time. Referee not happy here. It's a Germany goal kick, and not everyone from an England perspective was outside the penalty area.
I just feel we see this in the Slovenia game, particularly the last half an hour. The England players have just run out of ideas. They've played an awful lot of tactics throughout this tournament, even throughout this game. This time now we've got Fellows on the right, Amari Hutchinson on the left. Just not quite clicking yet.
Here comes Hinchelwood to McAtee on the left-hand side. He came on at half-time to replace Harvey Elliott. They might be able to create something down the left, but Germany give away the throw in the end after a little bit of showboating from Merlin Rowe. Germany are going to cruise through with 3 wins out of 3, but England trying to make it difficult for them late on. Hutchinson on the left. It's blocked behind. It's another England corner. They've had enough of them now. This is their third one. Deliveries, by and large, in this tournament have either been under or over hit. Scott is taking this one once again from the left-hand side. Germany prepare in the middle. Scott has a fairly strong stance on the left-hand side as he strides up to the ball now. Swings it high towards the far post again. Not it towards the post at which it had come from, but it loops over the goal and onto the top of the net there by Fellows. And it remains England 0, Germany 2.
It was Charlie Cresswell that just got there in front of Fellows. And it actually looped. I think it was a little bit closer than Ernst would have liked, to be honest. It was never going in. It was always covered, but almost dropped in.
It's the last of the group stage action at this competition. All the other groups have been decided. England in possession with Kwanzaa, nods it down to the halfway line where it's picked up by Cresswell. Tyler Morton now, he's had a frustrating season. He's been at Liverpool, but loans previously at Blackburn and Hull, but was never really likely to get near the first team this year. Norton Cuffy on the right wing. This avenue really almost been shut off down that side. Got a bit of joy when he first came on. Less so now. McAtee, Morton, twisting away from his man and threads it forward on the outside of his boot, but couldn't be helped on there by McAtee. Knauf gets it away. Germany trying to break out here with Roll. If he'd have got the touch there, he could have played it square and Germany would have been in for 3. In the end, didn't quite get it right, and England win a free kick.
Yeah, it was, in the end, it was nice defending. It was Charlie Cresswell come along, covering his team, because as you said, Viper was in on goal. If he just got there first, he'd have squared it 1-on-1.
Looking forward towards Stansfield, but this time overhit and behind for a goal kick for Germany.
I think what I will say, James, you spoke about Norton Cuffy down the right-hand side. Got some joy when he first come on. I think it's really good in-game management from either the management team of Germany or the players, because Tillman is just sitting right back in front of Ulrich, not giving him any opportunity. They've read that he's going to come on, he's going to try and attack down the right-hand side, and they've nullified it immediately.
Kwanzaa, there's a long ball forward for Germany, which he took down on the chest, and the Liverpool centre-half is getting forward. Kwanzaa on the left wing, he's got 4 trying to challenge him. Still Kwanzaa inside the box, pulls it back. I thought that was going to be the moment there for Stansfield. It does go behind for a corner, but once again, how many times have we said this? It could have been so much more for England.
I'm telling you, this is brilliant defending from Siebert. Absolutely brilliant. Kwanzaa done amazing to get through 4 or 5 Germany players. Finds Stansfield, you think he's just going to tap it in, but there was the big defender putting his body on the line. Great defending, saved his team a goal.
England's 4th corner. The referee just trying to sort out a bit of pushing and shoving inside the box. Plenty of the England players crowding around the goalkeeper Ernst. Can England find themselves a goal here? They haven't scored since the 76th minute on match day 1. 0-0 here against Slovenia, losing 2-0 here against Germany. Siebert nods the corner away. McAtee on the edge of the box. It sat up nicely for him, and his shot has actually curled away back to the left wing. It's still in play here. Scott towards the far post, and the header goes over. Running in to meet it there was Hinchelwood, who's so good in the air. We've seen it from him wearing a Brighton shirt, but couldn't keep his header down, and over the bar it goes.
I think this is a big chance. This is a big chance. He didn't want it enough in the box. It's a great delivery, Alex Scott, found by a ridiculous strike from McAtee that found him. It just doesn't get over it. He times it all wrong. I think if he times that a little bit better, it's a goal. He kind of runs underneath it, Hinchelwood. I think he just shut his eyes and hit him in the head.
Germany trying to play their way forward from the back here. There's been a second half of few chances for them. They've only had 1 shot, Germany, which was off target. That shot had an XG of 0.04. They haven't created a whole lot at all, but of course they got their 2 goals in the first half, and that's what matters to them. 75 minutes gone, 15 to go here. Kwanzaa, diagonal from left to right, to the instep of Norton Cuffy, who drives in field, taking on the defender Ulrich. Norton Cuffy into McAtee, he just has to go back 5 yards before he has his space to do what he wants going forward. Hutchinson on the left wing. Amari Hutchinson trying to go on the outside. Oh, it's a great piece of skill. Hutchinson inside the box, and eventually it goes in. England have a goal back in this game. Alex Scott is running off with the ball to celebrate. And finally, Darren Ambrose, England have something to celebrate.
Finally is the word, James. Finally is the word. A little bit of quality at last. Amari Hutchinson picks the ball up, beats 2 players, comes inside Ulrich. Comes inside Baum, sorry. I've seen it now. Gets the ball, attacks him. He's helped out by Knauf. Drags it back, goes through the middle of them both, and picks the right option at the right time. And there was Alex Scott arriving perfect. And at last, we've seen a little bit of quality for England. We've got just over 15 minutes plus whatever the officials give to see if we can get anything of this match and get some confidence going into the quarterfinals.
Alex Scott's first goal at under-21 level. He was an under-19 Euro winner 3 years ago with England and netted in the semi-final. Well, he scored here on match day 3 of the group stage and has given England a chance to try and find an equaliser in the time that remains. Germany following that goal making changes. Roll and Knauf go off. Nebel and Tresoldi come on. Nebel, by the way, could actually represent the Republic of Ireland in the future. He has a maternal grandmother of Irish descent. Playing here, though, for the Germany under-21s and scored in that 4-2 win against Czechia. Tresoldi the same. They both come on for the last 13 minutes. England coming forward. They're inside the box. Back out of it now on the right-hand side. Fellows looking to run at Ulrich here. They know which way he's going to go. On the outside, tries to deliver, whacks it low, wins England a corner.
You can already feel the change in this match. What that goal's delivered. Tom Fellows attacking Ulrich. This time the ball rebounds off him and goes off for a corner.
So Morton will go over and take it on the right. Can he come up with delivery here? Hinshelwood is forward and receiving instructions about where he's going to go inside the box. Cresswell and Kwanzaa stay closely bunched together. Morton from the right. What's an England player gone down there? He's pushed in the face, Cresswell. Play continues. Corner cleared away. Back out to Scott. Norton Cuffy to the right-hand side. Morton from a deep position swings one in towards Cresswell. Pushed away by Ernst, the goalkeeper. Hutchinson, edge of the area. Gives the ball away but wins it back. Hinshelwood into Scott. England looking like a different team all of a sudden. Hinshelwood. On the left wing now is Scott. Left corner of the penalty area, comes inside, striking one. A little bit selfish in his play there, but wanted to go for a second goal in as many minutes, and it goes over.
Yeah, a bit speculative this. Alex Scott just got on the score sheet, as you said, probably the wrong option. Maybe recycle play, go to Fellows down the right-hand side, see if we can get the ball into the box. Cuts in a couple of players, tries to hit one at an angle, gets it all wrong, high and wide.
Ball forward here, up towards the substitute Niccolò Tresoldi, who's actually born in Cagliari on the island of Sardinia. Moved to Germany in 2017. Could also play for Argentina and Italy at an older age group. He's with Hanover in Germany. In possession. If either team's going to score another goal in this game, you'd have to say it's going to be England. Always looking away to our left-hand side. That's where all the action is, inside the Germany half. Norton Cuffy comes inside, plays a low ball in. Siebert gets it away. Germany clear. England have a throw-in midway inside their own half in the left-back position.
Yeah, I think you're right, James. I think Germany just got a couple of goals in the lead and just sat back, invited pressure, felt they were confident enough to keep England out. But now it's a different game this last 10 minutes.
Looks like Nick Woltermader, Germany and the tournament's top scorer, is going to remain in reserve here. Norton Cuffy crosses from the right-hand side. He's forced yet another corner. England cranking up the heat here late on. And one of the Germany players down at the moment, suffering from cramp. There's a problem for Nelson Viper, that is who it is who's receiving treatment off his teammate at the moment. The referee pausing play, 10 minutes to go. The referee just checking to see whether the Germany forward wants any medical attention here. Doesn't look like he does, but the referee's going to tell him to get to his feet very quickly. But looks like it's a further problem, and the physio will now have to come on. Looks like cramp is really setting in.
Yeah, it initially does look like cramp, and then he tried to get up and he couldn't even bend his leg. His leg just stayed bolt upright. Looks in a bit of pain as well. Cramp can be really sore, but this might be a little bit more than cramp.
Yeah, not looking in a good way. The magic sponge is out.
He'll be all right then.
I don't know what that is going to do for him. But they've gone back to the old school methods, the Germans. I think Voltemada is up on his feet on the edge of the pitch, just sussing the situation. I think he knows, though, that he's not going to be called tonight, and Germany don't need to call him, do they?
No, they don't, but I think he'd be thinking maybe a golden boot in this tournament. 4 goals already to his name, including a hat-trick against Slovenia. He's clearly a very talented, I think got 4 in qualifying as well. He'll want to play some part, but it doesn't look like he's being readied at all, does it?
Might not be a senior level, but if you win the golden boot, does that go on the mantelpiece?
100%.
100%. Is your mantelpiece stacked with anything at the moment?
I won a golden boot once in a charity five-a-side. That's on the mantelpiece.
Solid.
And he scored about 2 goals as well.
Germany ready to throw on Bright Ade and B here, who used to be on the books of both Norwich and Chelsea. He was with Chelsea in the COVID-affected 2019-20 season after 5 years at Norwich previously. He's now with Braga in northern Portugal. So eventually it's England corner from the right, and in swinger this time from McAtee. Free header, Cresswell, great save! What a stop it was as well by Jack Ernst. Still in there for England. Quansah couldn't direct it towards goal. But back out to Scott from a deep position, curls it in, Quansah flicks it on, and it's pushed away by the goalkeeper. England with another corner, and they're really putting Germany under pressure late on.
It's brilliant all round. Great delivery, McAtee into the box. Brilliant header, Cresswell. Scored a good goal against Czechia. This time he got it. If it goes 1 foot to the right, it goes in. But it's a good save from Ernst. Good strong hand.
Almost scoops it away as well, the goalkeeper. Got enough on it to push it away. The crowd enjoying it. Most of the neutrals here hoping for an equaliser and a 4th goal in this game. It's England who are chasing it, and McAtee's corner bends towards the far post. Ernst grabs it out the sky and takes all the pressure off.
Yeah, disappointing delivery this time. Too high, right in the area that Ernst could just come and collect it, and he did. It was a good save off the header from Cresswell.
England denied. Cresswell has shown his ability in the air already. He netted against Czechia from a corner on Thursday last week. It's gone very quickly, the group stage, and I hope you haven't got too many plans for the weekend, because we're going to be back again. Quarter-finals rolling into town.
Yeah, it's brilliant, and it's tournament football. Outstanding. As we said, they need to improve a little bit, though. You've seen Spain play. They were a lot better quality opposition than we've seen.
I'm sure both England and Spain will be able to up things in the quarter-finals in what will be a fairly open affair. Lots of Pablo Torre, I'm sure England will have to be aware of. Mateo Joseph has been playing up front for Spain as well, the Leeds forward, who probably doesn't have a future at Ellen Road, not beyond this summer, you wouldn't imagine anyway. Change here for Germany then. They are going to take off Nelson Viper. And it's going to be a centre-half that replaces the striker, so they're going to pack things out at the back, you would imagine.
Yeah, they just want to see this game out, don't they? They're through comfortably. They want to win the group. They'll win the group with a point, but they're winning at the moment. They've put on B just to shore it up at the back.
He actually played 8 times for the England under-15s, having originally been born in Cameroon. He's moved around a little bit and has now switched his allegiance to Germany. Norton Cuffy into Quansah, who returns it here to Beadle. Quansah, we played 84, nearly 85 minutes here on Talksport, your home of live football. England 1, Germany 2 at the UEFA Under-21 Championship. England needed a draw to be sure of progression, but they are losing 2-1 here. But the fact that Slovenia had to win their game to stand a chance of beating England to second spot, and the fact they're losing 2-0 with also 86 minutes gone, means that England are almost certainly going through to the quarter-finals to play Spain. McAtee glides past 1 and 2. McAtee goes on, eventually goes down, and is down holding his leg here at the moment. He is clutching his shin, maybe the top of his foot, but he's back on his feet now, and England are back in possession with Hinshelwood.
I think that could have been a foul, maybe 3 times against McAtee. Lovely footwork, lovely run, weaving in and out of defenders. I think he was caught 3 times. The referee just said play on.
Yeah, and Carsley asking the question of the Danish fourth official as well as to why the whistle didn't go there. Norton Cuffy, right wing cross, in it comes towards Hinshelwood, who's clearly got the instruction to attack the box at every opportunity now. Brought away by Germany and Jan Thielmann of Köln. Both teams screaming here for a decision. Thielmann not happy, it doesn't go his way. England have it, and Cresswell here inside the centre circle.
I mean, it's 100% a Germany throw. I don't know how England got away with it. I watched the replay right in front of me as well, and it was a Germany throw. But we'll take it.
Norton Cuffy. Can England finish their group campaign unbeaten with a win and 2 draws? Fellows on the right wing, running here at Neville. Showed a bit too much of the ball to him. Cresswell. Norton Cuffy on the right wing, looks to cross from deep again. But he'll try and beat his man on the outside instead. Brooke Norton Cuffy. And then is he taken down? He is. And 3 or 4 yards in on the goal line from the corner flag, England with a free kick.
Yeah, I thought the referee had lost his whistle for a while there. I think about 4 or 5 challenges went unnoticed, went unpunished. This time it was Neville cleaning out Norton Cuffy right in the corner. Opportunity, last couple of minutes.
More Germany changes though. They're going to send on Namdi Collins as well as their captain Eric Martel. And Elias Baum will make way. So a straight swap at right back with Collins, who will go in there. And the other switch for them sees the withdrawal of Paul Vanna. One of the 2-8s in this team will make way. And his replacement is the captain, Martel, who's just going to tick over here in the final minutes until the quarter-finals. Germany have now made all of their changes. England have made all of theirs. You've got 2 minutes of the 90 left. McAtee's free kick in, and it was a flick towards goal, almost like a scorpion kick there, but it spoons up over the bar and behind.
Yeah, it was a nice effort. Kwanzaa got there in the end. You're right, it was kind of a scorpion stroke back heel towards the far corner. Just too much power on it.
Got a minute and a half left of normal time. I guess from England's point of view, I know they've rotated a few, but most of the teams going through to the quarterfinals have been able to make literally wholesale changes in their side. Do you think that might affect England or not? More of that in a second, because here come Germany, nearly wrapping things up there through Niccolò Tresoldi. Drove in from the left-hand side, moved it onto his left foot, looked to try and drill it across goal, but in the end pulled it near post and behind it went.
Yeah, it was a good bit of play, Tresoldi. See, he's got ability. Beats Cresswell with ease. Just drags his shot to the near post.
I'll give some context on that, because England are going to play on Saturday, so it's another quick turnaround for them.
Yeah, it's a lot of minutes for some of these players. A lot of fresh legs are going to be out there for Spain. Germany made all 11 changes today as well. I know Italy made changes as well. It's difficult, but it's tournament football. You've got to get through it.
Especially after a long season. If England do manage to get through in the quarter-finals, it might be something that eventually catches up with them in the semis. You never quite know. But England can't be faulted for their perseverance here, even when the chips have been down and things haven't been going for them. In the 0-0 against Slovenia, they've kept on plugging away and have tried to create chances.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's trying, it's plugging away, it's huffing and puffing, isn't it? There's still a lot more to be done if you're going to get all the way to the final, even even win this tournament. There's a lot more improvement to be had, but they're doing the job at the moment. They're going through.
Hutchinson back into Morton, left corner of the area, puts a good ball in, headed away well by Siebert at the back there. Norton Cuffy. 4 minutes of additional time here for England to grab a second goal and make it 2-2. It is still Slovenia 0, Czechia 2 in the other game. So Slovenia and Czechia both going out, England and Germany going through. Cresswell to the right hand side here. Norton Cuffy swings in a high ball. It was past Hinshelwood, comes through to Hutchinson on the left. The former Jamaica international going on the outside. Checks back onto his right foot. High ball towards the far post, headed away well by the substitute at A&B. And the goalkeeper is able to hold on to the ball, but not for too long with the new rule. He has to get rid of it within 8 seconds or concede a corner.
Once again, it's good play. Amari Hutchinson, positive. He's going till the very end of this match. Played a lot of the minutes so far this tournament. Was rested last game, but come on, made an impact. This time, it's good defending from M&B in the box. Clear that for his team.
McAtee down the line, and Hutchinson has space to run into here. Comes to the edge of the area where the congestion is. Square ball to McAtee, who spoons it over the top and behind. I just thought the opportunity was there for Hutchinson to drive on the outside, given Germany had players ahead of the ball, and McAtee on his right side, which is nowhere near as good as his left. He's got his angles all wrong.
Yeah, I think that's what he was saying to Amari Hutchinson there. He played it to my wrong foot. Just lay it off. A little tiny layoff that would have been allow him to come onto his left foot and sweep that towards the goal. Just overhit his pass. Sliced right-footed effort by McAtee. But once again, it's good play going forward.
Is this Germany team tiring in this second half? Because, as we say, all of the players been in their half and they've been sitting in, just like Slovenia and Czechia have in those previous two games. Have England forced them to do that, or has that been their own decision?
I think a bit of both. I think England have had to force them to do that because they were 2-0 down at the time. Now they're 2-1. They've had to force them. But I think it's also their game management. They've probably seen England's last couple of games, seen that they do run out of ideas. So they've just got a couple of goals in and then just allowed them to attack them. And they've, apart from the goal and maybe the last 10 minutes, they've not really created any clear-cut opportunities.
Fellows back at the touchline for Norton Cuffy. McAtee midway inside the Germany half is looking up and trying to pick out an England player. He has to go square into Quansah. 1.5 minutes of added time to run. There were 4 minutes shown by the fourth official. And England are heading towards a rare defeat here, just their third in 19 games. The draw against Slovenia ended their run of 8 successive victories in the finals. And they're going to suffer defeat here. Siebert gets it away. McAtee, dead centre here for England. So he goes out to the left-hand side to Hutchinson, who goes onto his right foot. A high ball towards the far post. Cresswell's joined the attack, punched away by Ernst. Norton Cuffy picks up the loose ball on the right wing. Morton. Let's go back towards the halfway line. He's been pushed all the way here by Tresoldi. Quansah inside the centre circle here for England, who've got 30 seconds to save themselves. They are going through, but facing up to a defeat here on match day 3. Scott lifts it into the penalty area towards Cresswell, who's still up there, who couldn't control. And Germany bring it away now, and that will just about be that as it's put out of play for a throw-in. Is it an England ball or Germany ball? Which way is the assistant giving it here? It's an England ball, and they've got to send it long now. The Germany coach pointing towards his watch. He wants the full-time whistle, but we've still got 5 seconds left. And the referee does now check his watch, blows his full-time whistle. It's disappointment, but ultimately success for England as they lose here on the night, but do go through to the quarter-finals of the Under-21 Euro. They knew tonight a point would be enough, but with that point, Slovenia themselves had to win to knock England out and win handsomely, and England lose handsomely. It hasn't happened. Quansah down on his haunches here at the moment, looking extremely disappointed. But soon, Darren Ambrose, England will get confirmation that they are through to the quarter-finals.
Yeah, and rightly so. They should still be disappointed. It's a disappointing result, disappointing defeat by Germany. And it's 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat. It's been an average campaign so far, but they've done their job. They're through. That's what they initially set out to do. Can you get to the quarterfinals? After that, you never know what's happened. They've managed to get through albeit by the other results going their way as well. But now we look to a huge game on Saturday against Spain, and once they realise they'll get over it tonight, and they'll prepare for a huge quarter-final.
Yeah, huge game in a big stadium in Trnava. Well, Germany took a 2-goal lead in the first half. Knauf and Viper on 3 and 33. England pulling a goal back after good work down the left-hand side by Hutchinson. Tap in for Alex Scott with 12 minutes to go. But ultimately, England couldn't find another goal. They are beaten here on the night as it finishes here in Nitra. England 1, Germany 2. But we'll have confirmation very, very soon that England go through in second place and will play Spain on 8 o'clock on Saturday night in Trnava in the quarter-finals, because that game elsewhere between Slovenia and Czechia is going to end in a win for Czechia. So confirmation here tonight, it's finished. England 1, Germany 2. England set to go through, though, to the quarter-finals.
Yeah, not the way they would have wanted to go through to the quarter-finals, but as Darren Ambrose rightly said on comms, they are through. England suffering only their third defeat in 19 games under Lee Carsley. And Darren, I don't know if it's a case of Germany going down a few gears, being comfortable, or England going up a few gears with the subs that Lee Carsley made at half-time.
A bit of both, and I said that in commentary. I think England had to force the game. They were 2-0 down. It wasn't really good enough in terms of the attacking intent by England in the first half, so they had to force it. But Germany done what they wanted to do, done what they had to do, got a couple of goals in front, probably watched England in the last couple of games, thought that they were confident enough to keep them out, and essentially, although they conceded, they'd done their job on the night and got the win. That's 3 wins for them now, winning the group.
In terms of England's best player, Murray Hutchinson looked a threat all game, didn't he? And, I mean, that fantastic bit of skill to set up Alex Scott was probably the highlight of the game for England.
Yeah, before today, I said Livramento, and I think Murray Hutchinson is arguably one of England's best players in the tournament as well. And I think, as you said, the skill to create the goal, that's what he does. That's what you want to see more of when he plays. And I think against Slovenia, I think he was rested for this game. Okay, he got an assist, he done his job, but he'll be disappointed that he couldn't get on the score sheet, or maybe 1 or 2 assists, chances created. But you need your best players full of confidence going into this quarter-final on Saturday against Spain. And that last 10 minutes of the Murray Hutchinson performance with the assist, I'm sure he'll have confidence going into that match.
There'll be a few, won't there, that think, OK, we've got a chance to get into this starting 11. I mean, Cuffy came on, I thought. He looked energetic on the right-hand side. He kept on going and going. Livramento will probably come in as well. Any more changes you think potentially to that game on Saturday?
I don't know. The ones you mentioned, absolutely right. I think Norton Cuffy done well, but I think Archie Gray done well in the previous 2 games as well. Yeah. So there's a real opportunity. It's a headache for Lee Carsley. I think Jay Stansfield disappointed a little bit when he came on. I've been crying out to see him. He got 45 minutes. He made 1 or 2 good runs. Had the effort that he just hooked into the near post. Other than that, it's good defending once from Seabert, I think, to stop him from getting a tap in. So no, I think maybe Jonathan Rowe will come back in, but whoever plays, it's going to be a tough game. And as I said on comms there, the big improvements need to be made.
Cheers, Daz. Thank you very much. Remember, England take on Spain in the quarterfinals on Saturday. Game live on Talksport gets underway at 8 o'clock. All right, there's been drama right at the end.